This is Dr. Bev Knox, and you are listening to my psychology tutorials. Learn psychology while you sleep.
As you might expect, the older we get, the more likely we are to need help. Most people who care for the elderly are women. Families help their elderly members in different ways, financially, physically, and emotionally. But adult children still provide most of the assistance. The sandwich generation, that's composed of midlife men and women who feel caught between meeting responsibilities to their children and their aging parents. Increasingly, the sandwich generation is morphing into a club sandwich family with 4 generations: children, parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. In this hierarchy, the parents are raising their children and may also be providing assistance to both grandparents and great-grandparents. Grandparents may be helping out their adult children, but also caring for great-grandparents or another frail older relative. Although some multi-generational ties create conflict, many of these families provide affection, help, and emotional as well as financial support. Most of us don't realize that many family caregivers are children. A caregiver is a person, paid or unpaid, who attends to the needs of someone who is old, sick, or disabled. Nationally, about 1.4 million children between the ages of 8 and 18, representing over 3% of all households, are caregivers for a parent, grandparent, or sibling. About 20% of these caregivers, most of them are girls, say that their responsibilities have made them miss school and after-school activities and have kept them from doing their homework. Because most of us grow up with brothers and sisters, how do siblings share the care? In one study, Matthews and Rosner in 1988 found 5 primary types of caregiving for aging parents, some more cooperative than others. First, the routine help. Routine help is the backbone or caring for older parents. The adult child incorporates assistance to the elderly parent into his or her ongoing activities and is regularly available to do whatever needs to be done. Routine involvement may include a wide range of activities: household chores, checking to see whether the person is all right, providing outcomes, running errands, managing finances, and visiting. Backups. The second style. Siblings serve as backups. Although one person may give routine care to the aging parent, a brother or sister may step in when needed. The third is circumscribed. The circumscribed style of participation is limited but predictable and agreed upon. Siblings who adopt this style can be counted on to help, but make clear limits on their availability. The fourth type is sporadic. In contrast to the first 3 types of caregiving, the sporadic style describes adult children who provide services to parents at their own convenience. The last style is disassociation from responsibility altogether. This occurs when sisters and brothers know that they can't count on a sibling at all. Unequal caregiving burdens can create distance between siblings. And on the other hand, sisters and brothers sometimes overcome ancient grudges as they band together for their parents' sake. The family is an important caregiver for frail elderly people. The fact that only 5% are institutionalized, typically in nursing homes, shows that families are primary source for assistance. Retirement communities are attractive options because they include healthcare, housekeeping, meals, and many other services. But how many other older people can afford to pay at least $300,000 for a house or apartment and another $4,000 or so per month for annual maintenance and other fees? Similarly, assisted living centers meet their residents' needs, but how many families can afford about $3,000 a month? Unless an older person is financially secure, nursing homes are expensive. The average cost can be more than $5,000 a month, depending on the level of care. Moreover, high-quality nursing homes don't accept Medicaid recipients because government programs don't cover the costs. From 1975 to 2004, Medicaid spent about $600 billion on long-term care for the elderly. Nearly 90% go into institutions. There is an increased pressure for families to provide more care for the elderly. About a dozen states, for example, have implemented programs that provide caregivers the respite care or allow families to purchase more of the goods and services they need for elder care, including hospital-type beds and transportation costs. So far, such options are largely limited to poor families and are not available to low-income and middle-class families. Some scholars also caution that expanding family-based assistance will increase the workloads of employed women, who are far more likely than employed men to care for the elderly.